Ethiopia started withdrawing its troops from disputed territories on the border with Eritrea in line with a landmark peace deal the two countries signed in July. That agreement ended 2 decades of a bitter border dispute that killed tens of thousands of people. The withdrawal of troops had always been a key demand of the Eritrean government prior to the deal. The two countries fought a bitter war between 1998 and 2000. Despite a peace deal agreed 2 years later, the relationship between them remained strained. But since July, Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has spearheaded reforms that have seen trade and diplomatic ties between the two countries restored. Families that were displaced by the conflict have also returned and are now rebuilding their homes in the once contested areas. Critics, however, say that despite the peace agreement, very little has changed in Eritrea, which remains Africa's most secretive and isolated country. Meanwhile, a military court in Ethiopia has sentenced 66 soldiers, to prison for marching on the residence of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in October. The government says the soldiers were asking for a pay rise, but Mr. Abiy insists they had wanted to kill him. One defendant was sentenced to 14 years in prison, while 65 others were given jail terms ranging from 5 to 13 years for violation of military ethics. At the time, the Prime Minister eased the tension by ordering the soldiers to do press-ups, and he joined in. But Mr. Abiy later told Parliament that he was furious about the situation. Since coming to power in April, he has made some dramatic changes, including freeing thousands of political prisoners and on banning some outlawed groups. Joining us now is an African Affairs analyst, Alistair Wilcox, to discuss further in this. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
So what do you make of the latest action by Ethiopia withdrawing its troops from that Eritrean border?
Yeah, since the coming of power of President Abiy, he has tried to diffuse tension between Ethiopia and its neighbor, Eritrea. Remember, shortly after the independence of Eritrea, a civil war broke out at this, which started at the border town of Badme, and this has continued until the present administration. And he has not hidden his preference to have a better relationship with his neighbor, Eritrea. Remember, they used to be one country, just that they decided to go their separate ways, and the civil war broke out. So he has really considered a lot of things. As a matter of fact, he even wanted to hand over the city, the border town of Badme to the Eritrea, which was really what caused the problem. So he's really working very hard to restore peace and normalcy within this region. So I think it's a good development.
Well, let's look at Eritrea now. Eritrea is isolated from the international community. Some even call it Africa's North Korea. The government in the past have blamed Ethiopia for all its problems, but now all that hatred is gone. Can we truly say it has gone and there is no hidden agenda to this?
Yeah, there are new developments. There are new developments in terms of leadership in both Eritrea and in Ethiopia. The old guards that were at each other's throat, maybe they had some personal interest against each other, they are all out of the scene. So I see this as a long-lasting relationship. Moreover, when it comes against the backdrop that even the international community has lifted various sanctions against Eritrea, that happened a few months ago when even the UN lifted up all the sanctions against Eritrea, and in order to reintegrate Eritrea back into the Community of Nations.